Welcome back, guys, to another episode of HAXenhunt. Today's episode, we're doing BOWTECH up against HOYT. Head to head, see which one shoots better. We've got the VTM34 up against SS34. These two bows are very, very similar specs-wise, so I'm curious to see which one shoots better, feels better, and we're gonna shoot it through the chronograph and see which one actually shoots faster. So we'll put these two head to head, 29 inches, 70-pound limbs, and let's see which one I would go home with today. First up is gonna be this HOYT VTM34. Balance is solid. Feels like it has a good solid base. Doesn't want to tip anywhere. Yeah, so that feels good. And I just noticed before any of you guys comment, I am missing the limb dampener here at the bottom. Really doesn't make that big of a difference. And if it does, I'll go find one and throw it in. I just think it got taken out to be put in the bow vise. So just heads up for those of you guys that do notice it, because literally you guys do every single time. And I like that, appreciate it. Let's go to the draw cycle. Solid draw cycle. We are 70 pounds, 29 inches. String angle is very natural feeling. That's a pretty solid thud, like a solid shot. It's pretty quiet. Like, it's not super loud. It does feel like it's shooting pretty fast though. No vibration at all, like literally zero, and that's without the limb dampener. So just want to give you guys a heads up. I am noticing zero vibration, no kick forward. Like, it's a pretty, not aggressive draw. I would say just solid draw, solid shot. So that's the first initial thoughts of shooting the VTM 34. Now let's shoot this BOWTECH SS34. Same setup, 29 inches, 70-pound draw. Oh, balance, sorry, I forget. Balance. So first up, balance of this bow. Feels solid. It feels very similar base weight as that HOYT. They both, I feel like, just have a solid base holding the bottom more like grounding, if that makes sense. Smoother draw, and yes, it is in comfort mode. Okay, bow shoots and feels good. I do feel a little bit, like a little tingle compared to the HOYT in the after shot. So let's shoot that again. Nothing like terrible. They do have these dampeners, and I almost feel like, because it's like it's weighted and rubber, and I almost feel like that continues to vibrate. That's kind of the feeling you get. But it's not like hand shock. It's just a tiny tingle. So I'm not gonna say that there's very much hand shock. There's not really hand shock in any bows nowadays. Let's be honest. Shoots good. I feel like it might be quieter. It might be a bit quieter, but it doesn't sound like it's shooting as fast. It doesn't feel like so strong. So I am curious to see how fast both of these are shooting through the chronograph. So let's shoot the SS34 and then let's shoot the VTM34 through the chrono, see what speeds they're both getting. Do a quick few arrow group, see which one I feel like is kind of holding tighter, better, and see which one I'd rather go home with. Okay, so we are gonna shoot this BOWTECH through the chronograph and see the speed it's getting. Again, the setup is 29 inches, 70 pounds with a 505 grain arrow. So we're gonna take 2 shots out of each bow and see the speeds they're getting. 261. Let's shoot another one. See what this is getting. Make sure that tip is tight. .259. So you're roughly that 260 mark on the SS34. Let's shoot that Hoyt. Okay, now let's shoot the Hoyt and see if it can beat that 260 mark. Keep in mind, a lot of you will tell me, why do you shoot it in the comfort mode? Because most people will. I'm not trying to keep it as a speed bow. The Hoyt's not a speed bow, so I put it in the comfort mode. I am gonna do a video of comfort versus performance and see the speed difference. That way we can understand and see how much faster it does actually make. Anyway, that being said, BOWTECH is in comfort mode. Hoyt is regular because there is no other mode. 70 pounds, 29-inch draw, 505 grain arrow. We'll shoot 2 arrows, just like we did the BOWTECH. BOWTECH has a little smoother draw. 276. So that's looking at 16 feet a second faster, which is honestly quite a good difference. Shoot that again, see if it's consistent. 277. So yeah, you're looking at 16, 17 feet a second faster with the Hoyt. That alone does make a big difference. That being said, I am curious to see what the BOWTECH does in performance mode, see how much faster it is. So actually, I'm probably just gonna do that video after I'm done filming this one. So keep an eye out for that. I will be coming out with the BOWTECH SS34 comfort versus performance mode. So yeah, we'll do that one here shortly. So anyway, that's the speed, 260, 275, 276. So let's do a quick few arrow group, see which one I feel like holds a little bit better, which one's more comfortable shooting. Okay, first up, the first 3 arrow group is going to be the VTM34. Let's see how I feel it holds, I guess, steady on the target. So nice, solid, like full tug throughout the whole draw. The arrow kind of went deep, kind of shot a pretty shot out spot on that target, so hopefully not too far. Second arrow. Might not shoot the third because that group there, I mean, I probably broke the knob on that one or punched a fletching. So holds really steady. I feel like it settles really nice. I don't feel like you're fighting it at all. Benefits of, I shoot the bows stock as you get them out of the box. That's going to be the benefit of shooting with the stubby stabilizer. A lot of you request this, so I am going to, fulfill your request. Take that off. Definitely feel a weight difference. A lot less weight on the bottom there. Okay, let's shoot one more. I'm not going to shoot in the same group. I'll shoot close to it though. See if that makes a big difference. It did not settle as good. So that's benefits of obviously a stabilizer, and it does come stock on the Hoyts for this year. So keep that in mind. It does make a little bit of a difference. So let's take a quick 3 arrow group out of the BOWTECH and see what group we can come up with this thing. I feel like it's easier to draw. It's much smoother. We're gonna shoot right there. Okay, holds pretty steady. Feels honestly very similar to that Hoyt. The thing I do notice is the grip being the basically just bare riser, like plastic metal, versus rubberized like the Hoyt. The Hoyt, I feel like I have to have my hand in the right spot, because if it's not at full draw, there's enough friction on it that, like, if I'm trying to find a nice comfortable spot, knowing I'm not putting any torque on it, I feel like it torques it because it grips it a little too much. This is like very slippery. In dry condition, this is gonna be good. Wet condition, the Hoyt is gonna outperform it just because it is a little grippier. Like this one, I feel like it slides into position very naturally. Slapped an arrow. So both of those bows have great groups. So again, I'm literally shooting like 7 yards. So that's that. Looks like we split an arrow there with the BOWTECH. Oops, so pull that one out. Whoops, and then Hoyt right there. So those look touching, and I think they're in the back. All right, well, we got a knock split. So got that arrow pulled out. Both of these bows are honestly great shooters, great bows to shoot. You have pros and cons to both of them, but I would say they're pretty freaking even. Being that 34-inch axle, you have a very comfortable string angle at 29 inches. You got a very smooth draw in that comfort mode on the BOWTECH. You have a very consistent pull through the Hoyt. You do have some more speed through the Hoyt, being 15, 16 feet a second faster. Tunability. BOWTECH has the deadlock system to where you can shim those, basically slide your cams without having to pull shims out. And I have done that on a Hoyt and it kind of sucks. It's going to be a lot easier doing the deadlock system. Grips, both have their pros and cons. The grip on the BOWTECH is very comfortable, slides into position very easily. Hoyt's feels natural, but I feel like if you are not in the right position at full draw, you kind of have to fight it due to the grip of it. Yeah, both killer bows. Honestly, very impressed with both. Due to, and I know a lot of you are gonna complain because it's not in performance mode, but due to the speed, and they both shot really good, I'm gonna pick the Hoyt VTM34, just mainly out of the speed, and I just feel like it, I don't know, it just feels a little like more robust. Feels a little tougher, if that makes sense, than the BOWTECH does. That being said, I suggest you get down to your nearest dealer, shoot these two bows head to head against each other if you're on the edge for either one. Shoot it for yourself, see which one does feel more comfortable to you, because it's gonna be different for every single person. I just share what I think, but I do appreciate all the support that you guys show me on my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, really appreciate it. And big thanks to Humphreys Archery here in American Fork, Utah for letting me come on in, shoot the bows, and get the content out to you guys. So anyway, that being said, in case you didn't know, this is my full-time job now. So if you want to support, subscribe. If you want to support even more, go to HAXENHUNT.com, buy some merch, because that goes a long ways to help pay my bills now. So quit my job and doing this stuff full-time. Anyway, that being said, the other thing I have is the giveaway going on for you to take home two bows of your choice. You could, if you didn't know which bow you wanted, I would literally, you choose it, I buy it. Buy two bows, and then out of my pocket, you're gonna help me donate $5,000 to Wishes for Warriors, an organization for veterans to get them an opportunity to get out and do what we all love, do a little hunting. So that being said, really appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys next time.